Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Walking Dead Season 11 C review. So this is going to be me giving my thoughts on the third half, I guess you can call it, or part 3 or part C of the Walking Dead final season, for Season 11. So honestly, I think even though there were some episodes, at least one episode, episode 20, that I think were just trash and bad, I think this half, honestly, was the best half this season because, it really gave us it definitely gave some payoffs, and it definitely was, I would say, the best half because the first half had the Reapers, and the second half had the poor Commonwealth arc. It wasn't really doing much with that, but this half was a lot better in my opinion, and we got the ending of the show. And I'm gonna be giving my thoughts on all right, so I'm gonna be giving you guys just like part A and part B. I'm gonna be giving you guys, for my review, 5 pros first, and then it's going to be 5 cons. So that's how I'm going to do these reviews. Also, I know this review is kind of like a week late, but that is how life is. You don't always upload something when it's the appropriate time. So so I definitely expected more deaths and a lot more with The Walking Dead, but I was pleasantly surprised here and there. And these final 8 episodes, while they weren't the best episodes they could have been, I still think they were very, very good. Most of them. Alright, so pro number 1 is the happy ending. So this is pro number 1 for The Walking Dead 11C, because we get a very satisfying ending. It's not the same as issue 193, but it is still very good. I mean, Eugene has a baby named Rosie with Max, and we have like a new Commonwealth. The characters, like their fates, Ezekiel becoming leader, new governor, and then all that stuff, Mercer too, and the part where the characters are eating dinner and then landslide plays. Oh my gosh, that was such a good scene. Like, I was freaking out. It was so good. And it was just such a good scene. And not just that, but they finally brought back Dog, so they kind of gave a good satisfying ending to a lot of characters. Even if it wasn't as a lot, it was still, I was satisfied with a lot of it. And yeah, like I said, the dinner scene just so good. I mean, so good. Landslide, oh my goodness, I cried. We even get to see the hilltop, looks better than ever, just nice touch. And, just the way that Commonwealth looks a year later after the time skip, just the way the characters are, happy ending. And even though it ended kind of predictable, I still was very satisfied with the ending. I'm like, okay, I was very satisfied with this ending, what the show did, with Rick and Michonne, the teases, I was very happy with those too, because it got me excited. Alright, so pro number 2 is character moments and interaction. So, yes, so this is going to be part 2. It's basically like character moments and the writing for the characters this season. Maggie and Negan were really good in 11C. The part where she has a conversation with Negan about, she doesn't want to hate him anymore, but she also says, I can never forgive you, and that whole thing. That was just really good, because that's how we feel as the fans too. I will never forgive Negan for killing Glenn, but I don't want to hate him, because he's so interesting and he's trying to redeem himself. Not to mention Ross Marquardt as Aaron, and Lydia, that scene where he tells Lydia when she loses her arm and he tells her, you're so loved. I mean, just, man, a lot of great moments with certain characters. This third part, which we didn't really get in part B, I think. And the part where like Father Gabriel mentions how he's gonna save the people, and anyone who tries to stop him, he'll kill him. Great, full circle for his character. I just love that. And the part where Zeta tells Eugene that she loves him, it's just so sad, because I guess in a way now she realizes that she in a way loved him too. And it's just great moments, great acting, fantastic. The actors really did a great job. And like I said, the Michonne scene, the scene with Michonne and Rick, I definitely wanted some post-credit scene, and I was not expecting this, but in a way I was. So my expectations was somewhat subverted, but also they were fulfilled, which is kind of what you want to do in a story. You want to give a tease, but also satisfy the fans who have been waiting a long time. Honestly, I'm gonna watch the Michonne show. It got me excited. So pro 3 is the Commonwealth arc, like how they ended the Commonwealth arc, and how they made it kind of more interesting than the comic version, because in the comics, Commonwealth arc was really boring. And the part, oh my goodness, the part where Daryl is just carrying Judith in the Commonwealth, and all of the characters, almost all the characters we've met throughout the series, just helping Daryl, and the fact that they lay down their lives against the hurt to give Daryl just a chance to get Judith to a hospital to live. That is just such a beautiful scene. I almost cried. I'm like, oh, this is such a good scene. Would it have been better if it was Carl carrying Judith or Carl carrying Enid or something? Yeah, it would have, but I still really like what they were going for. It was such a beautiful, impactful moment. And, you know what I mean? The part where in the final episode where the people of the Commonwealth were begging Pamela to let them in the estates, I got really scared here because, you know, I mean, obviously we don't really know these people besides April's parents, but you know, you don't want these people to die. You know, it's too much, it's too brutal, and you know, I was really tense, I was really scared, and the fact that they had our main characters save them, it just really showed. Like, it was great writing, and I'm just glad they did that. And you know what I mean, the part that the estates burned down, and the whole zombie, you know, the CGI and the zombie gore, and just it's just so great. You know what I mean? Obviously these are not really character moments, but it's like the writing, you know. You know what I mean? So this is definitely one of the pros, you know, the explosion at the Commonwealth. Like basically, this is, you know what they did. They made the Commonwealth arc more interesting. You know, the part where the zombies are falling in the sewers that are burning, it's kind of like them falling into hell. You know what I mean? Because I'm a Christian and I believe that, you know, it's just the estates burning down. It's just very symbolic, and I just like that very much. It's really cool. And the part where Pamela's getting Sebastian's arc, that was very interesting too. Sebastian getting killed too. You know what I mean? It's like, suck it, Pamela. You know, just rot in jail for the rest of your life. You're getting what you deserve. So yeah, more interesting than the comic version. And then the good thing, or I guess pro number 4, I think we're on 4 now, is the death. So we get Sebastian and then Jules. You know what I mean? Jules was not a big character, but yeah, but like with Sebastian, that was a good death. And then, you know, Luke finally dies, you know what I mean? I've been predicting, I've kind of stated that, like, he doesn't really get a happy ending because we haven't seen him. And then Rosita's death too. I wouldn't have killed off Rosita, but it was satisfying to see the actress play her one last time. And then pro number 5 is actually going to be the budget. So I feel like 11C, the budget kind of improved. We actually got to see the Commonwealth's gates and communities, and you guys know how I ranted so much in 11A and B about the Commonwealth's budget. Every episode, every review, I rant about the budget. We only see one square in the Commonwealth, just a couple of buildings, but in 11C we actually get to see other streets and stuff, more of the lore awards, and like, I'm just so glad we finally got that, because I'm like, yes, we finally get to see more of the Commonwealth. It finally doesn't look like it's some small little square. You know, they have multiple other buildings and streets and stuff. I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted to see for like 20 episodes, and I'm like, it's late, but I'm still glad we got something. And I thought the sets, even though they were empty, that's the Commonwealth's supposed to look like a city, you know what I mean? So I'm really glad they did that, and it just looks good. And a new Commonwealth too, you know, when they fixed up the Commonwealth a year later, like, even that looks good, it looks big, and I'm glad they stopped using that stupid square because I hate it. Alright, so now we get into the negatives, or the cons. Now, con number 1 is no CRM payoff. So I got so pissed and ticked off with this. I mean, they set up CRM things all season, and, you know, Tyler Davis, you know, we thought he was sent to the CRM. You know what I mean? Like, we thought he was sent as a test subject, kind of like Heath and some of the others. But, like, no, it's just, no, he was sent to a labor camp, and it's just a train. It's just so many missed opportunities. I mean, Connie was going to be sent to Designation 2, and it's like, okay, well, that's CRM, right? But the characters don't even, like, a year later, they still don't even ask what Designation 2 is. And, you know, the Commonwealth soldier says that he heard rumors, and they're never seen again. So it's like, that has to be CRM. I mean, come on, like, I don't understand why AMC is so scared to bring in the CRM. They are the most interesting group in the world of The Walking Dead. They're Gimple's best idea he ever had, and they're literally not doing it. They're supposed to be the final enemy of this franchise, and they're not doing it. It's like, guys, what the heck are you doing? You got to give us some CRM payoff. But the show, and especially the final arc of The Walking Dead, they didn't give us any CRM payoff, you know, with the connection, because we know the Commonwealth and the CRM have an alliance or something, because Lance mentioned them, like vaguely mentioned them, and you know, and plus the Commonwealth have oil, and, you know, like CRM have oil too. Plus, like, come on, like, it's clear they were giving them test subjects. You know, they were gonna do that with Connie. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that just doesn't make any sense at all. You know, there was no CRM payoff, and that was a huge missed opportunity in the show. All right, so con number 2 is missing characters. So yeah, you guys, this is one of my biggest pet peeves with 11C. This is the final time we're going to see these characters pretty much until Maybe they return in spin-offs. And there's so many characters that kind of left the show, and we don't really get to find out what happened to them. Now, some of these characters died, but then some were just missing. There was Dwight, Georgie, Barbara, Rachel, Shira, Vincent, Cal, Eduardo, Heath. I know he's dead. I know Heath is actually dead, even though it's not confirmed. Birdie, Sydney, she sucks. I mean, seriously. Jadis, Kyle, Nora, Annie. I mean, come on, Annie. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Guys, is Annie okay? Seriously, Annie, are you okay? All right, let me know if you get that reference. And then Scott. Okay, I know you're dead, Scott. He has to be dead. He died off screen, whatever. I mean, he wasn't even in season 11 at all. I mean, like literally. I mean, this character, just infuriates me. I was gonna drink on screen if he got killed in the finale, but it never happened, so I'm never gonna do that in the series. So thanks AMC for that. Thank you. Anyways, and then another character is Virgil, and yes, like Scott, I think he died off screen. I mean, what happened with Virgil? Virgil was literally the main reason Michonne, one of the biggest characters in the franchise, in the show, left to go find Rick, and we don't even see him for 16 episodes. It's like, where did he go? Where did he disappear to? And last time we saw him, he was injured under a blankie in Alexandria. And he's dead because if in one of the episodes, in episode 22, I think, or 23, you see Rosita go past a windmill and it's got dry blood on it. So yeah, Scott, Kyle, and Virgil, they were killed off screen by Commonwealth soldiers. It makes the most sense. All right, now con number 3 is the idiotic stormtroopers, the idiotic Commonwealth soldiers. These guys, I ranted, it's like they got dumber in the final arc. It's insane. They can't hear a zombie. They're not on a machine gun when they're leading a herd of zombies. It's like kind of their job. I mean, seriously, who trains them? I mean, gosh, they're just terrible. I mean, even Eugene kills a Commonwealth soldier with a flashlight. And let me remind you guys that Eugene is one of the worst fighters in the Walking Dead universe in terms of human on human. And you know what I mean? The fact that these Commonwealth soldiers just flip a Jeep in an open road, you know what I mean? And it's just ridiculous. It's like, how did it happen? They're just such idiots. They're dumbest people still alive on the planet. And they could run the Mercer, but no, they decide to shoot at zombies instead of running away, and then they get pulled apart. It's like, these guys are such idiots. I mean, I'm gonna be an idiot and I'm gonna let the zombie bite me, take off my helmet and open the gate. I mean, come on, he can't even push a zombie off of him. I know it's a variant zombie, but come on, this zombie overpowered him. And then that idiot let the herd inside the Commonwealth and killed countless people, or you know what I mean? So it's just like, oh my goodness, seriously, these guys are idiots. All right, now con number 4 is Lance's death. So this is not a big deal for me per se, but it's one of those things that I have a big problem with per se, because, it made Pamela the next villain, and it doesn't make sense. Why did Lance, he had a connection with the CRM, why did he try to kill Daryl and Carol in episode 20, I think? Why did he try to, kill them? Like, why did he try to, not take his chances outside? Because Lance is supposed to have a backup. Where was Shira? You know what I mean? It's like, there's so many things, like, Lance is supposed to he's supposed to be a Littlefinger of The Walking Dead. He's supposed to have backup plans, but instead he just dies a pointless death. Like, great character, terrible death. You know what I mean? And like I said, he's got a CRM connection. We know he traded people. He said certain alliances will become problematic. There was a CRM connection, but no payoff. And con number 5 is no tension. No tension for certain characters' fates. So here is what I'm talking about. So we know that Daryl and Carol and Maggie and Negan are safe. We know the kids are safe. And we know this because most of them have spin-offs. And there's no tension. Negan is driving and getting shot at in a car. And, oh my goodness, is he going to die? No! Okay, he's not going to die. We know he has a spin-off. And Daryl crashes a truck into another truck. He gets a concussion. And Daryl's he's fine. He's a god. Ugh, I got hit in the head, but I'm okay. And then Rosita, she gets surrounded by zombies, like countless zombies in a herd, but she fights her way out, even though there's no way anyone could escape that in the world of The Walking Dead. She pulls a dumpster. I mean, guys, come on. And like I said, Daryl, he literally gets a concussion. He's bleeding, and he's just, I'm fine. I can heal. It's like Wolverine or something. It doesn't work like that. Like, and when Negan was on his knees about to be executed, I wasn't scared for his character because I'm like, I know he's got a spin-off. I cannot. The actor is great, but they never should have spoiled it. And when the characters are standing in front, you got Magna, Kelly, when you have so many main characters and like no deaths in or very few deaths, I'm not really scared for their fates. And when Judith got shot and was scared she was gonna die, that was great acting, by the way. But I wasn't scared for Judith dying because I'm like, dude, there's no way they're gonna kill off Judith. Like, come on. When Judith got shot by Pamela, I'm like, there's no way in heck they're killing her off. So yeah, guys. Anyway, that's gonna be it for my season 11C review. Honestly, like I said, best half of season 11, and I cannot wait, guys. I can't wait to see the Roshon show. I am not, like I said, I'm not watching the Nagi and Daryl shows because I feel like they were poorly set up, and also they don't make sense, and I feel like they're just filler. But I am going to be reviewing the Roshon show, and I can't wait for it. I think this was a really good ending to The Walking Dead because I knew they couldn't end like the comics. You know, the comics ending was very final, but they also need to kind of do those spin-offs to kind of conclude Rick's story. And I kind of understand that, and I do in a way support that. And yeah, guys. So anyways, let me know what you guys thought of my review down in the comments below. And until then, I will see you all next time. Take care and have a blessed night. All right, guys. Bye.
And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide brings down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide bringing down.